All right, the Minnesota Wild season didn't conclude the way everybody was hoping. Once again, another first-round exit, and now it's time to go back to the drawing board and try to figure it out in another offseason. To help us get us set for that, we bring in Minnesota hockey icon Lou Nanne from Chicago. And Louie, how surprised are you that the Wild are already gone and didn't even get to a seventh game in their first-round series with the Blues?
Well, I guess I'm like many others. I was hoping that they were going to win. I thought that they might win. I'm surprised that they didn't win. I thought that they really would. I know it was going to be tough and close, but at the same time, seeing them play this year and what a great season they had, I thought that this might be the year that they could advance.
All right, so what went wrong in your mind? I mean, like you said, this team set so many franchise records for wins, for goals. So many players had career years, yet here they get to the playoffs and the same thing happens.
Well, the specialty teams really were the most telling factor. When you look at it, St. Louis scored 8 power play goals. They scored power play goal in every game. So when you're coming out onto the ice as the Wild team would, they're already down 1-0 before the game starts. They just could not kill off the penalties that they should have, and they couldn't score in the power plays that they had to. They got only 4 power play goals, 2 in 1 game. So for the other 5 games, they were really struggling to score power play goals, which could make a big difference.
All right, so was this series an anomaly, or did this team really show who they were in the playoffs?
No, I believe that this team was capable of going a long way. If they had that part of the game clicking, playing better, they would have gone a long way. They at least you would have seen them in a very competitive series with Colorado. But specialty teams are part of your play, and they weren't very good all year long. They were like 18 in the power play and 20 or penalty killing, 25 in the power play. They had a bad season all the way through with specialty teams. They never seemed to rectify it and get up. If they could have got up into the upper 10% of the league, that would have been a big difference for them.
All right. We last had you on just before the trading deadline, and there were all the rumors that the Wild were going to go out and get Marc-Andre Fleury, and you said at the time you didn't want to go get a goalie. You thought that they were good enough to get things through with Talbot and with Kakkonen. They went and pulled the trigger, and they rode Fleury in this series. What did you take of how that all played out?
Well, first of all, I didn't think that they had to get Fleury because I didn't want them giving up a lot of assets to get him. And I did believe that Talbot was good enough to carry him through. Fleury didn't win a game or lose a game for them in the Nets. I just wish that they would have got Talbot in net earlier, at least by the 4th game, to get him playing some time, especially if they're going to advance, because you're not going to ride Fleury that many games all the way through. You got to have that second goaltender ready sometime, because Fleury is 37 years old, and Talbot did get a point in 16 straight games before the season ended. He was 13-0-3, so that was the only thing that I was hoping would change.
All right, Cam Talbot, a lot has been made social media-wise about him not being used until Game 6. Does there have to be really, I'm sorry, we're sorry meeting with him, or, this is what the sport is? You just come back next year and play, or do you think he's really upset about this and is going to force the issue?
Cam's been around long enough to know that you have to live with the decisions that are made by management and coaching if you're going to play in the National League. Right. Now, he might not be happy with it, but he's no different than a forward or defenseman might have been taken out of the lineup or not played, or somebody didn't get brought up from the minors. Those are things that happen with all 32 teams during the year, and you don't come in after the season and say, I'm sorry, no, I didn't play you. You didn't play him for a reason. You believed that the other guy was going to do the job for you, and you got to go with what they pay you to do, make the decisions you feel you're going to win with, whether they're right, wrong, or indifferent. You make those decisions and you move forward.
Kevin Fiala his postseason performance, now 2 years, and we've not seen the dynamic playmaker, goal scorer he was, especially this last season. This series, I think a couple assists, no goals, 16 minutes in penalties that, as you mentioned, two specialty teams really hurt the Wild. He was a big factor that the Wild was shorthanded numerous times. And then going back to last season against the Golden Knights, he had opportunities, but still couldn't score much. What do you see here with Kevin Fiala in the postseason?
Well, first and foremost, you got to get to that postseason to see if a guy's going to, perform or not. And he was a big factor in getting you there. You got to remember, I don't know what his exact statistics are, but I want to say he figured in about 80 goals scored for the Wild this year. Now, if he's not going to be on the team, you got to say, how am I going to go forward and have someone in the lineup that's going to help bring me back 80 goals or somewhat close to that?
Right.
The Wild, one of the big features is the fact that they were a good goal-scoring team, and they were able to go on and get to the playoffs because of the ability to score goals by that team. And I don't know. I know it's going to be tough because of the salary cap. But if they don't have him, just tell me who's going to replace him and how you're going to make up for those goals. And that's why they pay those guys to be in management there, and they got to make those decisions, not me.
Lastly, Louis, when you look at this team, are we trending in the right direction, or is this impending cap situation really going to be tough for this Wild team to keep the momentum going in the right direction?
It's going to be really tough. Bill Guerin made some crucial decisions for the betterment of that hockey club, and I think he made great decisions, and he proved to be so. But having said that, he knew that he's going to have to bite the bullet and suffer for 3 years. The Wild are going to have to be suffered, but he wanted to set a culture and a standard and the direction of that hockey team, which I think he did. And I know, and that he knows, for the next 3 years, it's going to be really tough to duplicate what he did this year because he doesn't have the room to do it. But he does set up the platform for himself to do it. He sets up the floor from which he can move. He's got real good ideas in my mind as to what his core is, where he's going from there. And his toughest decision, and those are decisions that they have reasons to move forward with, either Fiala or Dumba. They're going to have to make that decision and live with it. And that's that's what they're getting paid for. That's the tough one. I'm glad I'm not making it. But I know that whatever decision he makes in those two, it's still not going to be enough because he still is handicapped by $12.5 million under the cap that he can't, use. And next year, the year after this coming year is, I think, over 13, then 14. So he's hoping the cap goes up. He's hoping that the youngsters develop, and he's hoping that he's able to keep enough of the core players to have the stability he needs.
All right, Louis, thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you back here in studio. Weather's warming up. You can come back to Minnesota now.
I'll be back soon.
All right. Lou Nanne, thank you so much for the time. We really appreciate your kindness to join us.
Thanks, Jim. Nice to talk to you.